Hey gang, today we're still graphing and looking at systems, and again, looking more at some real world scenarios. So here we have Ariana opened a savings account after her sweet 16 birthday party with plans of using the money to purchase her first car. For her birthday, she was given $200 in gifts. After 10 months, she has $950. Part A says to graph the points of the coordinate plane and then find the function rule. All right, so we have two coordinates that we can graph. She was given $200, so that means that's the initial amount, 0, 200. And then she was or had $950 after 10 months. So 10, 950 is the second point we can graph. Here's your 10 all the way up to 950. Well, since these are not set up by 1, they're in 100s, 900 would be between 800 and 1,000, and 950 would be between those two. So right here, because here is your 900, and 950 would be in between those two. Then you can take your straight edge and neatly draw your line between those 2 points with an arrow on the end. Okay, we need to find the function rule. We could label this with Ariana instead of an equation and then come up with the function rule. So 200 to 950 is going up 750 and 0 to 10 is going up 10. So this is going to be y equals 750 over 10, which is 75 for the slope, x plus 200 because that is the y-intercept. Okay, so it should be going up 75 each time. Okay, so that looks about right. 75 would be the same as going up 300 or 150 every 2 times or 300 every 4 times. So I'm going to make sure that that's what it's doing. So there's your 300 every 4, which is up 3 over 4, and then up 3 over 4 again, and then up 3 over 4 again. So my line's off just a little bit, and then up 3 over 4 again. It's pretty close, but we want to make sure it's very close. So you can take the time to do that. Then part B, Ariana's twin sister Alyssa received $400 in gift on her birthday and plans to save $50 per month. Write a function rule for her savings account and graph it on the coordinate plane below or above. So in this case, her savings is modeled by y equals 50x plus 400 based on the word problem. So we're going to start at 400 and go up 50 each time. And since 50 is half of 100, it's like going up 1 over 2 because I would go up 100 every 2 months. So we can follow that pattern. And then draw your nice line, but through the points with an arrow on the end and label it with Alyssa. Okay, so here, according to this point right here would be our solution, which looks like 8 months and $800. Okay, so we could use the graph to determine graphically that after 8 months, they will both have saved $800. Okay, so let's keep in mind that the two equations are there, and we're going to use that to do this algebraically. Okay, so now that we've done all that work, the next part says, determine algebraically how long it'll take Alyssa and Ariana to have the same amount of money. Does your graph verify this? So now we are dropping the y's and taking the two equations and setting them equal to each other. So Ariana's equation equal to Alyssa's equation. Here I would subtract 50x first, giving me 25x plus 200 equals 400. Then subtract 200 and we get 25x equals 200. Then divide by 25 and we get that x is 8. So we have verified that part of it is right. We know that after 8 months they'll have the same amount of money. Now we want to make sure that the amount of money is right. So if we do 75 times 8 plus 200, we should get 800. Well, 75 times 8 is 600. So we get 600 plus 200, which in fact is $800. But let's check it in Alyssa's equation too. 50 times 8 plus 400 is 400 plus 400. And I should have known that because 5 times 8 is 40, keep the other 0. And 400 plus 400 is also 800. So here we've proven that after 8 months, they'll both have $800. And this is verified by our graph because it is exactly the same point that we saw on the coordinate plane. Okay, so hopefully you see where I came up with that and that the graph should match your algebra. You're going to be on your own for the back of the notes. So take your time and work on that problem. Raise your hand if you have any questions that I can clarify for you before moving on to your exit ticket.